Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to our crazy farming simulator series. Maybe I might go, well, I got the Cat Colossus root harvester over here, which is 3.5 million. I don't think I'm going to be able to afford to lease that one. The Colossus root harvester is, again, that one's priced incorrectly for what we want. So this one here, I want to go to maximum on there. The wheel setup, it doesn't really matter. We could just do that, and then we've got various different colors that we can do. You've got sugar beet standard, potato standard, both unrealistic. And that's only adding 25,000 for the capacity, but you need both in order for it to be able to work. But then it's got to have separate headers for it as well. It's 3.5 million lease. I don't have enough money to be able to lease that, which is a slight issue. It's going to be the same with that one. And I thought that I had another option here. I think we might have to use this one, and we might have to just do the working speed adjustment on here, which takes us up to 20 kilometers an hour, and we're not going to have any additional width. So I'm going to have to lease that one there for 24,000. And then there is, like, we've got the various vegetable technologies in here, but the beet technology in here... Oh, that was the one that I changed. No. Mad Grim Veg Boy. Oh, yeah, that's why. This one does 20k. This one does 35k. It's 4 meters wide and 4... One of them was wider. One of them I made quite a bit wider. Multi-fruit right there... sort of standard. So we could use a trailed one. This one here has got 750 cubic meters. No, is that 750 liters? 7,500, sorry. This one's got a whole lot more, so it's a lot more expensive. But again, I don't think that it does anything other than these three vegetables. It just does those vegetables rather than the other ones, which is a bit of a jolly nuisance. Now, it has done a really good job of getting just about everything done in here. I'm going to stop this one now, and I'm going to just do this manually. So if we fire that one up, we'll whiz around here and do out this last little bit. I've got 11,000 euros left. We've got a machine now waiting up at the dealership that we'll be able to use to do our potatoes and our sugar beet. It's not ideal being sort of being stuck, not being able to use the super fast stuff this time round, but, well, you know, we will work with what we've got, and I'm hoping that we can get some more money later for being able to do faster stuff. But in order to be able to do this properly, I'm gonna need chickens. Chickens is kind of... that's going to allow us to start everything up. All of our other productions that we've got, we need chickens in order to be able to sort of kickstart all of them. And at the moment, we don't have chickens. So we need to do that. We need to get these chickens going. So there is 22,000 litres of soybeans. And if we go and have a look at mineral feed, we're 1 soybean and 1 canola for every 2 sunflowers. So I'm hoping that we've got double the amount of sunflowers over in the big field that we've got over there. I want to go and have a look here. So there's that little area there compared to, well, I don't know if we'll have double the amount, but we should have some more. And then we've got these 2 fields here for the root crops. So combining is finished with this one. This header we are now finished with. We need to go and get the corn header that I have prepared for doing the sunflowers. So I could actually return this header and also the trailer that we use just to be able to bring it in here. I'm going to see if I can take it all the way up there on the back of the combine. I might not be able to. If I can't, I can't. So, and so be it. It doesn't really matter. We'll just throw it off somewhere and do it like that. Now, it should clip into place. Whether or not he's going to. Whether or not he's going to even let me pick it. Oh, no, he's well above that. Right. I can't get close enough to it at the moment. What I can do is I can pick that up. So it's picking up the entire thing rather than just kind of like picking the end up. Bring you back round there like that. And I can hook that one on. And he doesn't. Yeah, he really doesn't like that, does he? Right, okay, you know what? I'm just going to return that one as he is. I can't return the combine, but I can return these two. So the header has got to go back. Return. Yep, okay. And then the header trailer. Return. Yep, okay. And then I need to go and get the corn header that I prepared for this, which is along here somewhere. There's a cat. That one right there. And I will put that one up to 45k. There. And, love the way this one can spin on the spot. Just spinning it on the spot. And I've got the corn header. That one's all ready. I have to take the combine up to go and get it because I can't pick it up any other way. And it does fold up to go on the front of this one anyway. So that should be absolutely fine. So we can squeeze in through there. I'm hoping that our great big root crop harvester that we've gone and leased will also be able to get through here. I had just enough money to be able to lease my corn header. We've got 1,200 euros left. That is it. We have no more money. So I haven't got the milk factory yet because I went and bought the cattle feed mixer instead, which I'm okay with. We do need the cattle feed mixer. That is an essential, so I'm okay with that. And we'll bring this one in here. What I'm thinking is, for our next round of root crops, like, to be able to buy a big harvester, and I really want to start buying stuff, rather than constantly doing this where I'm leasing everything, because it does eat into our money, but I want to be able to buy stuff. I want to own these things. Like this pretty combine that I got driving around with. I don't own it. It's no good. So we need to be able to do something about that. Now we've got to squeeze up through here. I decided to get the header in brown, by the way. Let me just spin round on the spot and show you my header in brown. There we go. See? Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful header in brown right there. And it folds up at an appropriate speed. I've not actually tried this out yet. This is brilliant. I am definitely going to be making every single machine be able to do that. I don't care what I'm using, I want it to be able to do that. But I can, yeah, that's got to be in my cat library. And some of the root crop harvester that we got is not in my cat library. The one that is, there's like 4 million euros for us to go and buy. And also ridiculous amount of money for us to even go and lease. That one is, that should be able to fold quickly. I think I've made some adjustments on that one. Guy that actually there's links on my Discord to the root crop harvester, the one that does all the new root crops. A guy called Death Pledge. He's actually I've put a link. We can't get through there. That bridge is too narrow. You know, I said that we would cross these bridges when we get to them. We need to be able to cross the bridge. Well, this is a bit of a pickle, isn't it? I don't think we can delete the bridge. Let's see if I can sell the bridge. No, I didn't think so. I wonder if I can maybe hide the bridge. Let me jump out. Let's see. Unpark. Hide player trigger. Hide object. Oh. That's just the wall on top. Although, if I hide the wall on the top, we should then be able to get over it with the combine. So maybe we should try that. Hide the wall on both sides, on the top. I've got an electric fence gate across here from the cattle. I'm going to sell that one. So that one's out of the way. That's 200 that we got back from selling that one. That means now I can actually access the walls that are here. Alright, but then I got a little piece of hedge. Okay, let's see what this does for our being able to access the land. Okay, right. I'm alright with this. The only issue that we've got now is that we're going to have to be careful coming across this bridge. Because quite frankly, it seems dangerous. And yes, danger may be my middle name. You first need to unfold the header. Oh, right, this could take a while. I love it. And we have sunflowers. Now, is this one going to give us crazy amounts of sunflower straw? No, actually, this one's completely the opposite. So the last combine gave us obscene amounts of sunflower straw. Like, we had way too much. This one seems to be the exact opposite. I wonder if it's anything to do with the actual size of the header that sort of controls it, has any input on it. I'm really not sure. Well, it doesn't matter. The straw from sunflowers and everything is just kind of like bonus stuff anyway, so it's not like it's particularly drastically important. And I would guess that maybe the mod that gives us the extra straw just doesn't deal very well with this type of header. That's my guess on it, anyway. That's my professional opinion. Don't ever listen to my professional opinion. I'm not professional at very much at all. And... oh, we've got a nice bit of straw coming down through. The sunflower over there. We want to just grab. I want to do something about that kind of bit that's missing in the field that we've just gone past. I'm also going to have to be careful when I'm cutting. You know, I should probably have cut this round the other way, so then the straw is further inside the field. Because it's not like we've got other crops that are nearby that could interfere with us and steal our precious cargo. Although, honestly, I don't think that matters. Like, I don't think the straw bit is not particularly important. The precious cargo, the grain that we have got on board, that is the important bit. And I've already got one full tank, just about, or if I'm even going to get back to the gate. But once around the field, I mean, yes, it's a long, narrow field, so once around the field is the majority of the field. But I still think it seems promising for our extra material that we want here. I'm going to have to bring you all the way in over there like that. There we go. This one I will now run back to the yard so that we can go and tip this one out, and then we need to run out to the field and empty out that combine there. Then we need to get out to the root crop fields with the root crop harvester and get started on that. We got potatoes that we want to take to the potato factory. Just the potatoes on their own in the potato factory is actually enough. We can start just processing those. We already know that because we've already done that. So we don't actually have to worry about getting anything extra over to that one in order to be able to make anything. So all of our stuff at the moment we can focus on getting into here so that we can make the mineral feed, which means then we can start making the mixed feed for the cattle so that they are maximizing their milk yield. And then we can start processing all of the milk. So we're going to need to get a lot of milk out of them. And we've also got to be careful when we go whizzing across that bit right there. Definitely not driving on the crops. I wouldn't do such a thing. We're completely 100% realistic in this series there. That's how we were able to empty out that combine so quickly, because we used the realistic approach to it. I'm really looking forward to having this combine when I've got the big tank on here. Right, let's start you up again. And off we trot. It's certainly going to be a lot easier now that I've done the outside round. We can just kind of spin round. It doesn't seem to slide a huge amount, this combine. I mean, I haven't really tested it out yet, and that is something that we're going to be doing. We will see if we can test out the sliding abilities or non-abilities of this combine, and we'll see what happens with it. So we're going to anchor it round these corners nice and hard now, just to see whether or not he's going to be inclined towards slipping and sliding, and he doesn't seem to be. Seems to corner like he's on rails, which is pretty good. That's what you want. That's what you want. So, that's also different to the combine that we had in the last series, the Vistula one. And I have got that one. That one is available. We can use it. It is, you know, suitably priced at many millions, and so is most of the big machinery is millions. And this is a slight problem that we've got. Okay, I am missing a little bit here. I think I may need to do a little bit of work on this header in order to stop it from missing little tiny bits. It might just be that I went over some rough ground then that caused it to do that. So that could also be an influencing factor in what just happened there, but it left some little bits. It's troubling. It's very, very troubling. There is a maximum amount that a header can actually take, or at least it's defined as such in the XML file, and so you can change that. So if you mess around with your combines and it doesn't seem to be like picking everything up, there is like a maximum amount that it can pick up on the infeed, and there's a few machines that have got this maximum amount thing. So I have noticed that some it seems to have an effect, and some it doesn't seem to make any difference, no matter what you do. Combines, well, I haven't actually tested, because I normally just like make all the adjustments that I think need to be made, and then when it works, just say, all right, well, I must have done something right in there somewhere, and then leave it at that. So there are bits of it that I'm not entirely sure, but I think that if you've got it, if it's not quite set right, there's a maximum amount coming in, but I can't remember if there is such a setting on a combine. There is, like on a baler and the likes, because you kind of need to have that right, otherwise it doesn't pick up enough, it won't process enough straw going in, and I'm not sure whether it just deletes the straw or if it does something else. But I went round that corner then, I don't know if you noticed, really quite speedily. Let's see if we can get it round this way like this, and okay, I missed a bit there, but what I wanted to do was I wanted to come up this way, like that, so that we can have a look at this wonderful, wonderful combine and header, and look at that, look at that. Beautiful, isn't it? Isn't that absolutely beautiful? It's a thing of beauty right there. Yeah, I might have just been looking at it a little bit just to get a picture. Whether or not the screenshot thing is going to work for that, I don't really know. But we've almost finished. And I think we will do the straw next. We'll get out with the baler and we'll rush around all the fields, bale all of this up. So then we've got the last little bit of that all done. And that's everything finished. And then we're going to have to, then we'll start the root crop harvesting, and then we've got to see about the planting. And I think that planting everything with wheat and barley is the way forward, because what we'll be able to do once we plant everything with wheat and barley is then we can get chickens next year. We'll be able to afford the chickens, at least I'm hoping that we can afford the chickens at least, and we'll be able to have the chickens here and doing chicken things. So I'm just going to dump all of that in there. I've got 36,000 litres of sunflowers, which I think is actually pretty good. Now, I'm going to jump off there. We're done with that one. There's no more harvesting that we need to do with that combine. We can't keep it any longer. It's just going to end up costing us money. So we will go into here and we go to the corn header, and I will return that one. Yep, there we go. And the harvester as well needs to be returned. There we go. Right, there's that bit done. Now I can take this one and we will go and tip this out at the farm, and then we're going to do the sugar beet first. I missed one sunflower there on the side. Oh, no, there's a couple of sunflowers that we missed here on the side. Oh well, it's too late now. I've sent the combine home. Yeah, I was going to do the straw next, wasn't I? But I'm kind of actually thinking, if I bring the root crop harvester down and we do a little bit on that one, I could then leave the hired help going with that one while we go and do the baling. But also, it means that I can get a little bit of the sugar beet in here, and I can get some of this then starting to be made, which means that we'll be in a position to actually start using some mineral feed pretty quickly. So we've got 36,000 litres of sunflowers have now gone in there. We're going to take a look here. Mineral feed. See, we've got 3 of them now. It's so exciting. We've got enough to be able to make half of that, which is 18. We've got enough to be able to make 18,000 runs of this. So we can do 18,000 of those. And then that gives us 7 mineral feed altogether. So 18 times 7 is what? What is 18 times 7? Do you know your 18 times table? 18 times 7. Well, 10 times 7 is 70. So that would be 140 less 14 is 126. 126,000 litres of the stuffs. 126,000 litres of mineral feed. It should keep us going for a bit. At least I'm hoping. Right. I'm going to drop you there. And then I'm going to go up here to this one. And this one should do all crops. So we will unfold this bad boy. Like that. Everything is all tied in together as one great big machine. It won't, unfortunately, have a wide header or anything like that, which is a little bit of a shame. I would have liked that, but, well, beggars can't be choosers. And we've only got a 45,000 litre capacity on this thing. Again, it's a bit of a shame. It would have been nice if it would have been able to do more. What I am thinking, though, is if we have a look in here, under our beet technology, we got the rootsters. I got 2 of them here. Now, they only do the other crops. But what I was kind of thinking is we could have one of these that also does the potatoes. Oh, this one here does everything. So maybe I can also alter that one. The multi-fruit one. So I've got the veg boy here, I called them. If I was to change that one so that it does, it's got a bigger capacity, that might be all right. But I'm kind of thinking, because it's supposed to be for sugar beet, and it now does 5 crops, it needs to be 5 times the price just from being able to do those crops right there. And this one here does 3 crops, so it should be 3 times the price, which it's not. It's only 1.5 times the price. So maybe I've got the pricing wrong on that one. I did it. I can't remember what. I'm not sure what I've done on there. But anyway, the pricing doesn't seem quite right with it, and I think that we need to make some adjustments with prices on there. Now, next up, let's start this one up and lower it, and he should. Yes. Unfortunately, whilst it does do an absolutely wonderful job, it only does the width of the machine, which means it's going to be a slower harvest than I would have liked, because I don't have the money to go and lease a bigger, faster machine right now. The only solution to this is if I go and take out a loan, and I'm kind of already getting bored with this. Yeah, I'm bored with this now. Right, okay, I went and spent like 20 grand leasing this machine, and I'm already sending it back because I don't like it. It's great that it does what we want it to do. It's just too slow. It would be fine for a sensible series, I'm absolutely sure, even at 20k rather than the normal 10k. But honestly, it's not for us. It's really not for us. So I'm going to do something that I said I didn't want to do. I'm going to borrow more money. I'm borrowing an extra $500,000. I've been sort of looking at this. It would be better if I could go and modify something else in order to be able to do this, but I don't think that I've got time this week, realistically, to be able to go and do that. So I won't be using this one, that one. I believe I have actually altered the width on it as well. I've got the root harvester there, which I've used before, which would work rather nicely. That would do exactly what I want it to do. All right, we know that this one works. We know that that one does really well. This one here, 250,000. That would be great as well, except that it doesn't do the crops that I want it to do. So I'm gonna have to just sort of go with this one. What I wanted to be able to have was one of these. You know what? I'm gonna try and make the time, because we need to be able to do this. We need to be able to do this right. So if I want to go with one of these right here, and I can have the main color as anything I like. So we can change this to pretty much whatever we choose to on here. Red's a bit dull because that's what it normally is. And we got working speed at 35k. So this is 1.4 million on here. So I can have another one, and I'll also do it at 1.4 million. And that one will do potatoes and sugar beet. That's the plan. That is my plan right here. So I've got one here, which is kind of like a bit more standard. Because 75 cubic meters of capacity on it, and it does 20k instead of 35k. It's a lot narrower than this one. This one I've made a lot wider as well. But this is kind of like insanity speed, and this is general speed. 20k, that will still do 30k around the field. This one will do 45k when we have our extra speed adjustment. So I'm going to try and do something like that, and then I will come back to you. I went and did a little bit of a thing. So I'm just going to drop that one there, and then I'm going to unhitch that front weight. Right there. And I'm just going to show you in here. So I've got a couple of different mods. Now, we've got the Cat Rexor vegetables one that I already had there. But we've now also got this one. And this has a... well, it can take sugarcane and cotton, which we can't have on this map. But it can take all of the other root crops as well. And I really, really like this mod. So we've got the capacity here at 60,000. It goes up to 250,000, which I've increased the price to reflect the capacity. And 1 million at 8 million on there. And then the engine set up as well. So you've got the T440 here, 626 horsepower. Then you've got 850 horsepower, and it does 80 kilometers an hour. And then you got this one, which is 330,000, which is 100k, 740,000, which is 150k, and then 1.6 million, which does 200 kilometers an hour, which is slightly insane. And you've got the million as well, so that's going to give us like a 10 million euro machine. And the really great thing about this one, so you've got all these different design colors, like you've got everything. We could turn this entire machine peach colored, which actually looks pretty cool. But what that one goes with is all of these. Now, there's a wide variety of them. You've got the beetroot stand, and the reason that I haven't... Unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. A massive thank you to everybody who has earned their way into the Great Book of Names. To find out some more details about all the names coming past, please head into the description and click on the link to the Discord. It's a link to another video. The link is on the other video. Please also consider checking out the links there for Nitrado, who provide gaming servers for games like Farming Simulator, Minecraft, Ark, and several others. And there's also Fanatical, who will help support your gaming habit by providing you with cheap games and also giving me a small commission on anything that you buy using my link. If you've enjoyed this particular video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.